One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Winston-Salem, North Carolina, home to the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Seminoles will kick it away first. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Wake Forest's offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. What a great group of receivers they run out there, and a staunch, stout defense they'll be running into. Jesse, how are they going to get open? How does this defense keep them in check?
Well, I think one thing this receiving group knows to have success in this game against this defense is it's going to take all of them. It's not just going to be one guy making all the plays. They're all going to have to be able to step up and, David, take advantage of their own individual one-on-one opportunities when those chances come their way.
Well, and I think that's what's good about this offense. There's strength in numbers. It's not just one guy that you can take away. There's several receivers that can make plays. That stresses the defense. Like, find the weakness, go after him. That guy can win. So it'll be a fun individual matchup.
The Demon Deacons have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Caught in the backfield, it's Mays. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Just going to keep it after the snap. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So now it's 2nd and long.
Let's go.
Back to pass. They're working that left side. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Guys, let's step back for a moment and talk a little Wake Forest. Good pickup on the recruiting trail last week. 3-star offensive lineman gives them a verbal, and this is the type of talent they need to get into the program and then develop.
Yeah, and this really was more of an emotional decision, I think, for him as well. He's been a fan of this program ever since he was a young boy, and now he's getting a chance to live out his dreams. As a 3-star, he had opportunities to go elsewhere, to play in better conferences against better competition, but this for him felt like home, and now he has a chance to go out and live that dream.
To the air on first down. The sure hands, it's Carney. Forced out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 34.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Use the play fake, now to throw. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Wake Forest. They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Seminoles offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Might be calling a hot route. To the air. It's Ferry. Punts it out of the air. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He'll take it up to the 45-yard line, and they stop him and knock him out of bounds.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, Dave, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
They'll try to get the first through the air. Shoots it to the left. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the 1st down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down. Still going. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
And the Seminoles have their offense in high gear. On the ground, it's Moulton. Got the 1st down and more. Turning it on. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run the guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
The Noles, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. To the ground. He's got it again. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Seminoles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll move the tight end. To the ground with the back. They'll give him maybe 1 on the play. It's down to the 20.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The Seminoles are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. To the ground. ground to try to pick up the first. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Knowles!
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they tacked on the extra point. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And the score came on an impressive run from the 20. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. They send the tight end in motion. Coming out on first down with the play fake. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
And the Demon Deacons trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Pulls it and fires to the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And linebackers are so fast nowadays, so multiple. They can do so many different things. Not only do they play the run, but if I need you to go get a sack, I can just send one of those fast linebackers that can rush the quarterback.
Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. And the Seminoles with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. The give to the tailback. Past the 40. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The Noles injecting some attitude, throwing the spear down and declaring they're going to run the football.
Run the football, be aggressive. This is the part of the offense that, remember, it was a long time, Florida State offensive line play wasn't good enough. They got to get that physicality, that run game, if they want to be a great program again.
And the Noles just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. Wide receiver going in motion. On the ground, it's Alchuk. There he goes. Big pick up on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
The Seminoles getting set on 1st and 10. Quarterback may change this route. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Zings it complete to the right. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll try it over the left side. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
The play action fake. He's got it on the move. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown Seminoles. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Oh, they blocked the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Gonna run it. It's Frazier. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So can you keep this up here in the second half on defense? That's the question.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. Takes it on the return. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
On the ready? Eat blue.
Takes a handoff. It's Ocha. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Nice job by the defense, just being very sound, understanding what they were seeing, and going and getting it. A lot of times these running backs force missed tackles and make you miss and make big plays. This defense did a good job of not letting that happen.
And here comes the offense on second down. Looking to throw, it's Sperry. Safe completion on the screen. Still on his feet at the 35. Breaks into the open. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down.
This running back is so dangerous. He's going to hurt you running the ball, but they find creative ways to get him the ball in the passing game as well. Beautiful job setting up the screen. He was acting as if he was blocking, let the defender run right by him, and then he made magic happen after he had the ball in his hands.
That kind of play will send a surge of energy through your offense. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 40. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it behind the line. It's Robinson. Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. And the Seminoles now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Motion from the wideout. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Grab behind the line. It's Robinson. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wants to keep it in the air. Got it in the middle. It's Perry. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout. Florida State.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. Touchdown, Florida State. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field, and you're seeing They go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
The AT unit on the field. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Texas is down right now, but there is still a ton of football to be played. And for a program that ranks inside the top 10 all-time in wins, don't be surprised if they come back. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Missouri. We'll keep you updated as this one goes forward, as this could shake up the Big 12 race significantly.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. Turns it on down the left side. The tag. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Demon Deeks.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create in some...
Turning it on! Got enough for the first. Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Winston-Salem. What a fine performance we've seen. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at a Legacy Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Demon Deacons will line up to kick off and start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
It's a 1st and 10. The offense changing the play. Looking to pass. It's Sperry. Got the quick pass. There he goes. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Still running at the 35. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone. No matter how many times they tell you to look for it, it is tough to defend a perfectly executed screen.
Yeah, because I'm trying to go get the quarterback, and everything looks like pass, but when you see it, when you see that screen, you got to retrace your steps, get back in the play. Nice job by the offense, but the defense just has to recognize that a little bit sooner.
The Noles with the 1st and 10. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Makes the grab, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Noles! He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back. broken earlier in this game.
He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it, and what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Under fire. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. And the Demon Deacons will send out the punt unit. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Offense in a bunch formation. They'll send the back in motion. Quarterback making adjustments. Back to throw. It's Sperry. Got a man. It's Singleton. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Line getting set on second down. The give to the back. At the 45 on his way. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. They'll leave it with him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. With jet sweep pass. Finds a little space. Breaks into the open. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Here's the handoff. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Running to the left. Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The Seminoles come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Trying play action. Just a short pass to the tight end. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
And that wasn't easy. Hitch route on third down with tight coverage. The receiver doing a great job shielding the defender away from him, catching it and getting the first.
The Seminoles will line it up on 1st and 10. He might want another play. Scanning the field, it's Sperry. Snagged out of the air. He'll be run out of bounds at the 13.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Leaves it with the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator because on the 1st down you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up. And now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
And the Seminoles really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Now the play fake. Skips away from pressure. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Noles have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He wants to throw it. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles. The offense cashing it in on that drive. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. He is dialed in. David, remember when we called Jameis Winston's debut? 27 passes, not one hit the ground. The 2 incompletions were caught out of bounds. This guy's locked in like that.
Locked in, dialed in, and when you're compared to Jameis Winston, and by the way, I mean, he was in fuego that night. It was awesome to be there. Those are the kind of guys that catapult you to the next level and bring Florida State back.
And the extra point is good, and the lead moves to 20. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
8 yards on the play. 2nd down.
That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Off the play fake. Quickly to the tight end. Quick step and go. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Carney. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Good pick up there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. The Demon Deacons have this offense rolling. Wants to go up top on first down. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
This defense has taken the game over. They're winning the game in large part because of how dominant they've been up front and how good their pass rush has been.
And the Demon Deacons have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Running back searching for a hole. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
Now this defense could really use a stop on 3rd down as the offense has had its way. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football.
They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air. It's Sperry. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
Well, the ball's barely touched the ground every time this guy's been dropping back so far in this game. That's one of the rare misses we've seen from him so far.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
And listen, that's not a surprise. Obviously, they want to throw the football on 3rd down to try to get a 1st down, but it got absolutely nowhere. Great job by the defense, rallying up and actually getting a tackle for a loss.
The Seminoles will try to pin them back with the punt. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. Off the RPO, complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Got his man. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stops. The Demon Deacons want to crank the tempo.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
He got enough for the first down before sliding, but there is a marker on the field. It might be coming back. His offensive line trying anything to protect the quarterback at this point. Nothing's working, and they'll back up after the holding penalty. Looking for a productive play on first down. They want to throw it. Bring in the heat. He'll try to do it himself. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. Offense gets set for second down.
And they bring the blitz. I mean, you could tell they want to make him feel uncomfortable as quick as possible, and you can see him. He takes off with the football, and they just trying to get to him, try to get him on the ground. But this defense choosing to blitz right now in this football game.
Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. And the Demon Deacons are moving quickly down the field. Direct snap. Running into the open space.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Wants to fire on second down. He'll pull it down. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They've been very good at moving the chains on third down. 2 for 2 on this drive. This time they need 6. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Nice run, and I think everybody knows. He's right there next to that 100-yard mark, 98 yards on the day. And that's a mark, man. When you hit that mark a lot of times and you take care of the football, you win a lot of football games. It's the more physical team. It's the team that makes it easy, makes it easier on their quarterback, and they've done that today.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They go to the ground. Plows through the defense. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the 4th quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. One back in the backfield, he gets to carry.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing, you need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
And the Seminoles can really attack on this 2nd and short. Tight end now in motion. On the run, it's Ocha. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The Noles are facing 3rd and inches. He'll keep it on the sneak. Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have. And man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different looking team than what we saw early in the year. They're playing with so much more confidence. And David, when you start making plays, you start stringing W's together, that's obviously what happens.
Everybody gets energized. Everybody starts to contribute. Young guys start to grow up. Coaches start to believe in them.